to get the two parties to realize that is almost impossible.
I hear you.
Whether it's union, boss or male, female, whatever.
Right.
Been having an ongoing argument, especially since the home. I forget his first name now. Holmes, the one who shot up that Colorado.
Oh yeah, the Colorado shooting.
Yeah, been having an ongoing discussion with some of my high school buddies and others. Even my sister keeps getting in. God bless her, I love her dearly, and she's really more intelligent than she comes across on Facebook.
I hear you.
But,
I'm on Facebook all the time, man.
She keeps coming up with stuff. It's like, well, most of the people I know that own guns are crazy. And say, Carol, how many people do you actually, other than me and your other brother, how many people do you actually know who own guns?
Yeah, I can't even have one because I've been arrested. I mean, I probably could now. It's been 20 years. But I know up in Jersey, once I had a felony,
I think most
and I was on a union picket line, they took my guns away, and, well, I say guns, I didn't have many, but, and, basically I couldn't have any until, I guess, I wrote back to the governor after a certain amount of time, which I never did.
I think most of the rights that are stripped from you going to prison, I think can be, what should we call it, you can write to see if you can get them back.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure about that. So what? Are you a believer in no guns or?
No. I'm a real believer in the old American.
Yes,
American way.
Me too, man. And the original Constitution.
Well, here the gist of our conversation, and the high school. Were you from Jersey? You might be. I went to the Bronx High School.
What's your name?
My name is Larry.
Larry, do you mind if I just sit here and tape this with you?
No, not at all.
Cool. All right, I already am.
No, that's what you are supposed to.
As soon as I heard that you were starting to talk my way, I want to get it, just to get your opinion of things.
First and foremost, again, most of the conversations between me and some of my high school buddies, and 50-50 on either line. The high school itself, though, is the Bronx High School of Science, which has produced more Nobel Peace Prize laureates than any other school, school, period, college or high school in history. So we're talking about what I believe to be a fairly intelligent group of people here. And this one kid in particular just keeps hacking. The fact of the matter is, what I find, I'm 54 now.
Okay.
And what I found, and I was a hippie back in the day, peace and love and all that kind of stuff.
Me too, man.
I learned really quick, but I was also brought up. Most of our problems now are generational as well, because I was brought up at a time where you were, even just something as simple as the school system, nobody cared how we felt about ourselves. You either produced or you didn't produce. You got A's, you got B's, you got C's, or you failed, and which mimics real life. And
that's what it's about.
Ultimately, what's happened now too, by getting rid of that from society, we basically got kids who grow up and do these things, like the Columbine kids, also in Colorado. And I'd be checking out what they're doing in Colorado, what's in the water there at this point. But
Jesus God, fluoride, dude, and who knows what else? Chemicals.
Yeah, but the key thing is when they interviewed the Columbine kids, and this is 20 years ago.
It's
already,
the same.
Because the problem I'm talking about is at least 2 generations long at this point, if not 3. Because it even started in my generation with the infamous, you should do, first Dr. Benjamin spot where you shouldn't hit a kid and all that kind of crap.
Right, exactly.
And, and I'll be the first to break you in half if you abuse a kid.
Exactly.
Or hurt the kid. But a smack in the butt is the most primal lesson any animal can give.
Dude, I'm with you. Everything you said so far, I am right on with. I feel exactly what you're saying.
But, so the crux, this one kid, and I don't know, maybe he lost somebody to gunfire. I've lost at least 2 family members, both self-inflicted.
Have you? Okay.
Both
suicide?
Yeah, both suicides, but the problem was not the gun. The gun's an inanimate object.
It's the people.
Yeah, exactly.
That pull the trigger.
And he keeps coming back. I mean, even now he starts quoting me statistics, and I've been around long enough to know that statistics are meaningless. Everybody can make the statistics talk the way they want them to talk.
Exactly. You can finagle them any way.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, just like the bankers do.
Yeah.
And they do. They finagle the rates and everything and under our noses, actually, if you look into that.
And especially, there's 2, if you're going to talk, at least talk in gross numbers. Don't give me the percentage statistics, which most people do. Because, for instance, somebody was, one of my other friends who was in on the argument there, and she's somebody who's never met never met a clause she couldn't put on Facebook, type of thing. But, she's telling me how, I came up, the facts are that in the last 10, 20 years, in this country, there's been quite a few cities that have made it mandatory to own a gun. And in doing so, their crime rates have dramatically decreased.
Yep. Because people are afraid, hey, when you go into someone's house, and they got a gun,
well, the thing
that
is,
old man might
right,
blow you away.
You don't want to live in the town next to them because that's where all the crimes go.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's where it kind of divides too, right there.
Exactly. It's not deep mental, psychology to figure out why that is.
It's not that hard, really,
But
when you think about it.
Yeah, what she came back to me with, which she proved my case, and she didn't even realize it, was the fact that New York City.
That's what's great when
New
you
York
can do
City-
that. You have to talk much, and the person ends up talking themselves, right?
So-
I know what you're talking about. Go ahead.
Yeah, so New York City, she throws in my face, the crime rates have dramatically gone down as well.
Right.
So again, she's quoting statistics. Now,
And now she's saying because the gun laws were taken away, the guns were taken away. She's saying,
two points for me to make. The reason she proved my point was, well, if in a town where when guns are permitted,
right,
the crime rate goes down, and in a town where they're not permitted goes down, you're telling me that the problem is not the guns, then it's something else.
Yep, it is.
Now, secondly, again, getting back to statistics, the actual crime rate physically in sheer numbers could have gone up, but the population of New York could have doubled that number, which means statistically.
So that means the crime's actually worse. Really, it's
worse,
not really better.
but,
just the percentage.
But the percentage has dropped off. Just like
it's the same thing with drugs, though. It's not the
Absolutely.
drugs that kill the people. It's the the person that does it.
Something very cute, but everybody thinks it's too cute to be true. But there was a poster that started. One of the things that started this whole argument between me or conversation, debate.
Me and my family go at it every day.
Yeah, and
they don't see things, they don't quite get a grasp of it.
Most of the population, I find,
and they don't really want.
The younger it is, the worse it is. But they want to bury their head in the sand and hope the problem goes away.
And it ain't gonna.
And
nope, you have to face every problem.
Yeah. And like I said, the biggest problem we have now started 3 generations ago. Actually, maybe even 4. The immigrants came over, and what did they tell their kids?
Got it.
What's the basic premise? You should have it better than I have, and that started the spoiling of America.
Yup, and then everybody had to have something better than the next person,
used to lead the entire-
money became the power agent.
Sure. But money's that was the American cheat. In the old days, you aspired to be like a Mitt Romney, not put him down because
I don't
people like him made the money.
Sure, I don't put.
And I'm not saying he's a good guy. He's a bad guy.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Politically, he's.
I think they all try their. I think they just don't see things. Some of them maybe I'm not sure. I'm not sure about it.
Our biggest overall problem is we don't have.
Let's see. It's at the light here. At the.
Yeah. Basically, one of our biggest problems is
your frog's croaking.
Genetically,
cool.
we're not that far away from a dog pack the way we live as a society. We're almost we are identical, other than the fact that we have opposable thumbs, walk upright.
Exactly.
And
we're all the same.
And some of us are not quite as hairy, but some,
right. And who cares?
You said
I don't
Hudson,
care
right?
anyway.
Yeah,
Hudson.
No, the key thing is though, in pack structure, there are leaders. The alpha.
Yeah.
And
they're the alpha dogs.
And it goes all the way down to the omega.
That's right. You watch a wolf pack.
Now the alpha dog leads the pack, but every person or every dog or every person in this pack has a job that's just as important.
Has a mission,
for the pack to go. The thing is, though, your position, you're born into it. There are born leaders. You might be able to, as a human, you might be able to teach yourself, but it's not what's up here that counts as a leader. It's what's in here.
It's your heart.
And it's a combination, but ultimately you're born.
Your soul, too.
Left or right on Hudson, by the way.
Right.
Okay, and so the thing is, as humans, though, because of our brain power, we've usurped that system, and we don't have our best leaders in
place
leading us now. And
yes.
An example, and a microcosm of how it works is our school system. You go to any. Yeah, I know.
Here we go. We can go all night, bro.
Yeah, pretty much.
Especially in Florida here, man.
I'll leave you my card.
Actually, it's right there. You can turn around.
Right
here. Yep. Right. It's right there. You got it right here.
Which side? Left. Right.
Left.
Okay.
Right there with that. See the TV in the right. Yeah. Cool, man. I'm glad I talked to you, bro.
But the microcosm to me is you take a school. Now obviously you've got teachers and you've got management, which are the principals and stuff like that. You got a teacher now that's been doing it for X amount of years, best teacher in the world, puts out Rhodes Scholars like this, et cetera, makes that school into the best school in the world. And then you've got the principals that help with the administration and stuff. 20.
Oh, you can keep that. You know what? You got here.
No, this is
yeah, just take that, I guess.
If for no other reason to continue.
I just wanted to hook you up. Yeah,
no,
cool, man. Hey,
this is
can I ask for you, man?
Well, that's my direct number there.
Oh, cool. That'd be cool, man. We could set up a little video session, man.
Yeah, I usually get out between about 10.
Nice meeting you, man. Larry, right?
Yeah, but
Okay.
in a nutshell, again, so you get this school that's a great school because of these great teachers. Now, this one teacher in particular is the greatest teacher, putting out all these great kids.
Right.
Now, the teacher goes ahead and gets that extra degree, now becomes an administrator. So
that changes everything there, kind of, a little bit.
Not being an alpha, not being a good administrator, now you've taken a great teacher and you
lost that teacher.
You lost the good teacher.
And you put someone in somewhere, they don't know really how to handle that job.
You gained a subpar administrator, so now the school has to suffer because you're losing a good
Wow,
administrator.
you know what? I've never heard anybody say it like that. I've never heard that line of thinking, and I have to agree with it.
And ultimately, that's what our country's been doing to itself over the years.
That's true. I've never heard that statement from anywhere.
Starting, like I said, starting a few generations ago, the worst of it was after. Are you familiar with Dr. Benjamin Spock?
It rings a bell.
Yeah, like I said, about he came out in the 50s, 60s, the post World War II generation.
Right.
His big thing was you can't hit the kids. It's all about how they feel about themselves.
That's where things started to change a little, probably.
Exactly. And we've created, if nothing else,
little by little,
we've created veal cutlets, basically. Real life, as you may know at this point, is not an easy thing at all.
Not at all.
And if you
If
you isolate the children from it as long as possible,
shelter them
then when they hit real life, they
don't know what
they break. Exactly, they don't know what to do, and they break down real quickly. And that's why
you got it.
See, and like I've been trying to tell these guys again, not only is it not the guns, but if you check your statistics, up until the last two generations, no matter how much our population has grown, the percentage of murderers and homicidal maniacs has stayed approximately the same until the Dr. Benjamin Spock now. And it's really, even that took a generation or so to really get going.
I think that's what it is, too. What you said, it's the kids hitting the real world, and they don't have any support into them to go into it.
Sure, perfect.
They don't have the right knowledge to get into that world.
They don't have the right knowledge, or they don't have the right mindset.
Exactly.
They don't have the cojones, basically, to deal with real life.
Because they've been sheltered, isolated.
In real life, 90% of everything you do is going to be failure. You actually learn more from failing than you do from not failing.
That's right. You don't see the light, you see the dark, bro.
If you never fail, you don't learn anything.
All right, man, I'm going to check out. I'm with Larry, man. Larry's cool. We're just talking a little bit of smack, and check out.